Every day is a gift. And that's right, that's why they call this moment the present. So, exploring the New Albany city, we looked through different parts of the city. There were nice murals and colorful decorations on the wall. We went up these stairs and we discovered where the entrance of the auditorium was, where they hold concerts at. So we went up these stairs, and right past where these rail tracks were, it was a beautiful scenery of where the river was. There was a nice little statue that was here, and this is where the auditorium was, where we walked down to, and we found a spot that it wasn't just a nice scenic view, it was a good area to look at and enjoy the nice weather. This is where that railroad track was. Just getting some nice footage outside, and I'm glad I took my camera out, because you just never know when you're gonna capture random footage while you're out and about. Always take your camera with you, no matter where you're going. You don't know what kind of content that you may be able to capture. Every day is a new story to be told, and I just like exploring. Going through downtown, where this East Main Street was. We crossed the street and look at this beautiful mural on the wall here. It's just very nicely painted. Got a little bit of a description of what New Albany was about. They had steamboats back then. And this is where we found a nice place to eat at. It's a Korean fusion place. And we ended up looking at the menu here and decided to get some good things. Wife checking her makeup here. The inside of it, it's a nice cozy feel to it. The restaurant has good ambient lighting, and I'm just enjoying the different kinds of positions with this new tripod that I got that I could carry in my pocket. So I have this remote controller that I can turn on and off my camera phone. So what ended up coming out was the rice cakes, and it wasn't too sweet. It was good. Had some side dishes that came out, kimchi, and finally the sundubuchige that came out, and this was a little bit oily, so it was good to mix with rice, and I definitely liked it. Every day is an adventure. So we had an adventure out there, and we're glad that we got out of the house for the weekend. So I'm going through some of this stuff on Wikipedia, learning about New Albany, and the Ohio River is what the river is right across from where we were looking at. And then you've got Kentucky really close from where that is. And it looks like the land was officially granted to the United States after the American Revolutionary War, and the territory was captured by George Rogers Clark in 1779. And it was for his services. Clark was awarded large tracts of land in southern Indiana, including most of Floyd County. And after the war, Clark sold and distributed some of his land to his fellow soldiers. The area of New Albany ended up in the possession of Colonel John Paul. New Albany, it was founded in July of 1813 when the three brothers from New York, Joel Abner and Nathaniel Scribner, they arrived at the Falls of the Ohio and named the site after the city of Albany, New York. Some good information here on Wikipedia. During the American Civil War, New Albany served as both a supply center for Union troops and as a medical care center for wounded soldiers. Up to 1,500 wounded soldiers were treated in New Albany during the war, and many non-medical buildings were converted into makeshift hospitals. Now, New Albany, it looked like a nice downtown area to just take a weekend break for us. We liked that New Albany riverfront with the Sherman-Minton Bridge that I was showing in that drone shot that you saw. The Ohio Flood River in 1937, it looked like there was a major flood that struck the region, and New Albany, like the other river towns, had no flood walls and no methods of regulating the river. And so the Ohio River rose to 60.8 feet at New Albany, and it left most of the town under 10 or more feet of water for nearly 3 weeks. It was one of the worst disasters to ever hit the city. And in 2020, there were about 37,841 people living in the city, according to the census. And the racial makeup of the city was 78.3% white, 9.2% black or African American, 0.5% Native American, 0.9% Asian, and then other races, Hispanic, Latino, they were like 5.1% of the population. So just some good things about the city that are easily available to see on the internet. Some of the attractions around New Albany. The main street features a large collection of 19th century mansions from the city's heyday as a shipbuilding center. And the centerpiece is the Culbertson Mansion. It's a 3-story French Second Empire style structure, which is today an Indiana State Memorial. And then every October, New Albany hosts the Harvest Homecoming. It's a festival. It's one of the largest annual events in the state. So festivities begin on the first weekend of October, but the main part consisting of midway rides, shows, and booths lining the downtown streets lasts from Thursday all the way to Sunday of the second week in October. That may be worth checking out. I'll keep that in mind. October is just around the corner. That's my take of what New Albany is like, and I hope you enjoyed some of the sights that I showed you from what I've seen today. And until the next adventure, I'll see you on the next one.